guys, welcome back. I missed you. I know I haven't been on camera in a while, but I'm back. And there was a reason for that. I was very, very knee-deep into some inner work and transformation, and I've noticed that when I go through these bouts of inner work and I just want to be by myself and I don't want to be seen by anyone, what happens is I go through that and I deal with it and I learn my lessons and I integrate it into my soul and my being. And then a few weeks later, I'll get clients that ask about it and how to deal with it. And I'll see it all over TikTok and YouTube. And it just has something to do with me carrying Hecate's energy within me and the Divine Feminine. I go through the thing, I learn, I integrate, I release, and then I help other women that go through it. So that's where I've been. And I'm going to have a vulnerable moment with you guys and talk about the inner work that I was doing. And we're going to be talking about the persecution wound and beauty. Because I did not want to be on camera. And I had to really, I do my makeup every single day, okay? But I had to push through that process of doing my makeup and then doing my hair and then setting up the camera, setting up my tripod and everything and moving through all the steps. It really was hard for me today because there's just been some resistance because I just wanted to be on my own, and you can't isolate forever. We don't live in a vacuum. And what I was working through was this subconscious belief that I was resentful of my beauty. And the reason that I felt that way was because over the years, it has attracted some not so good things and not so good people to me. So when I was doing the process of getting ready to make this video, I was like, oh no, I don't want to go on camera. I was drinking last night, so my face is puffy, so I'm going to look weird, and blah, 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 blah. And then a million other things in my head. But I pushed through it. But, I had been carrying this belief for a long time. For about 4 or 5 years. And it would make me want to just be by myself. It would make me not want to do my hair. It would make me not want to do my makeup, not dress up, not put jewelry on, not wear perfume, not do anything that would draw attention to me. Because subconsciously, consciously, I know that if a person is being a predator, in reality, it's not the hair and the makeup and stuff that draws them to you. It's something else. But subconsciously, I had believed that my beauty was the problem. And I just didn't want to draw any attention to myself. Because I have dealt with some very, very bad, low-level, evil people. And I'm not being dramatic when I call them evil. Okay? Evil incarnates walking this earth is what I'm talking about. And the only thing that you can do in this situation that's going to be empowering is, sit in it for a little while, sit in that energetic cocoon and take your alone time and journal and sit with your spirits and meditate and pray and all that. But eventually, you gotta cowboy the fuck up. And in my case, that's what I have done just now by going on camera on here. Yeah, my face looks puffy. I just got off my monthly. I had a good time last night drinking. I don't drink very often, but when I do, I have a good time. And I'm also dealing with fall allergies, you guys. I don't know why, but it gets worse every single year. These fall allergies completely whoop my ass. So I'm here. Puffy face and all. And, you just gotta push through and do the thing. As hard as it can be sometimes. And the persecution wound comes from what it says. It comes from persecution. it comes from unfair treatment. And in my case, one of the most prominent lifetimes of mine, I lost my head. If you haven't seen my previous content, over the last few years, I've been doing a lot of meditating, a lot of prayer, a lot of spiritual insight into myself, and between that and having it confirmed by 2 other psychics, it was confirmed that I was indeed Anne Boleyn in a past life. And if you don't know who Anne Boleyn is, she was the second wife of Henry VIII. She was Queen of England for a few years, and then basically he didn't want to be married to her anymore because she seemingly could not give him a son. She had a daughter, Queen Elizabeth, or at the time it was Princess Elizabeth, and then she was pregnant with a boy and miscarried because Henry was stressing her the fuck out. And after that, he decided off with her head, and she was accused of all these things that she didn't do and sentenced to be unalived via, I don't think I can say beheading on here, unheading, if you will. So once I came to that realization and I put her story together and my story together, and then all the wounds and fears and stuff that I carry, I'm like, ding, 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 and it opened up this portal within me for expansion, because it's like, okay, finally, like, there's an actual reason as to why I feel this way. And I'm able to understand myself more, and the more you understand yourself, the more you can help yourself. And with the way that she was unalived, that can carry into the next lifetime with the persecution wound, because she was heavily persecuted. Hello, she was accused of treason and adultery and incest and all this nasty stuff that she didn't do. She was not very well liked when she was a queen, because people saw her, a lot of Catholics saw her as problematic, because she was kind of helping Henry to reform the church, and she just was not very well liked, especially as queen. So doing my past life meditations and stuff has really helped me, and if you need help with that, I do now offer past life readings, and I will put the link in my description for my booking info. But I would love to help you guys with your past life work, because it is so healing and so helpful and so expansive to your soul. And a lot of women carry the persecution wound. A lot of us, there's times when we don't want to be seen, you know. And like I said, you can let it go on for a little while. You know, have your alone time, do your journaling, do your meditation and stuff like that. But eventually you gotta move through it so that you can release it. Okay? And then I also had to get through my head, like, it doesn't matter what I wear. It doesn't matter if I wear makeup or no makeup, hair or no hair, wig or no wig, jewelry or no jewelry. If someone wants to hate on you, they're gonna find something to hate on you about. A lot of times they're jealous, and they're jealous of something that they can't put into words, aka your energy, aka your vibe, your magnetism, and they pick on the external stuff. And plus, I was getting, like, hate comments on YouTube and people criticizing my teachings and stuff that I've been doing for years that are proven in my life to work and that I was taught by elders. Like, I'll give y'all an example. Someone commented and said on one, I think it was the how to give offerings to your ancestors in your spirit guides video. I think it was that one. Someone had commented and said that I should not be feeding my spirit guides and ancestors once a week, and that they have to elevate, and that was stopping their elevation, and then it was too much. It's one plate of food once a week for how many spirits that I have in my quadro spiritual? And usually it's a small plate. Like, I could understand it being a problem if I was feeding them every day, but I know better than that. But I just deleted the comment and moved on. But I'm just giving you guys an example, like, when you're in the middle of this work, it can feel like literally everyone is hating on you all at the same time. And that is your soul's invitation to work through it and push through and show up as who you are and do what you have to do anyway. Big time solar plexus healing. My next announcement. I just came out with a 7 oil collection on my website, my chakra collection, and I have an oil for each of the 7 chakras, and you can either purchase them individually or as a set. And for the individual bottles, they are $44 for 2 ounces. It's a pretty big bottle, y'all. It's like this big. Or you can purchase the entire set for $303, plus $10 for shipping. But in those oils, I handcraft them, I ritualize them, I make them with herbs and essential oils and crystals that correspond with each chakra. And then after that, they are ritualized so that they can cleanse your chakra, heal them, protect them, and ultimately balance them. And I swear by those oils because, you guys, my chakra journey has not been easy. Okay? But having those oils on hand has been a game changer for me, because if I wake up one day and my throat chakra is out of balance, boom, put some right here. Pray over it and put it right here. And I feel better. Because it's already gone through the ritual and stuff to empower the oil, and half the work is done. And then when you order those oils, whether you get the full set or an individual one, I am going to include affirmation cards with them, handmade by me, with my own affirmations for my own collection. That way you can have oils and you can have affirmations. I might even come out with some kind of like free download for meditation for each chakra or something. I have to figure that out. But chakra healing is very important, because if you're like me and you're a medium and you're a psychic, you're very absorbent, because that's how we take in information from the divine and from our environment. And you have to be doing something at least once a day to cleanse your energy. Whether that's a spiritual bath, a cleansing spray, smudging, prayer, visual meditations or something like that. Like, you have to clear out your energy centers every day. And what you'll notice is, depending on your human design and how many chakras are open, how often you have to cleanse and what chakras you have to cleanse will vary. So I know the ones that I particularly struggle with more than others, and I tend to those. So, like, for example, if you have a lot of issues with your sacral chakra, with your emotions, your creativity, your relationships, your sensuality, everything in that category, I would definitely either get the entire set or the sacral chakra one. That way you can really dedicate that energy to its healing and you can focus on it. If you are wanting to do an entire transformation, I recommend getting the whole set and doing it one by one. So focus on your root chakra first. Then once you feel stabilized, move on to your sacral chakra. Okay? Then once you feel comfortable with that, move on to your solar plexus. Okay? But those, I'm telling you guys, those oils work. Essential oils are very powerful. They are basically the essence, the concentrate of whatever plant/herb that it's made from. So it's like ultra powerful because it's concentrated. And that combined with prayer and crystals and rituals and stuff, chakra oils, game changer. And girl, if you pair that with my chakra healing mastery course, you will be tuned up. Your energy will be so bright and magnetic and you'll feel so much better. I know that seasonal depression can kind of get the best of us sometimes, and we're entering into that part of the year where it can kind of sneak up. And also with the veil being thin right now, there's a lot of spiritual activity. Us psychics are more sensitive right now than ever. And there's just a lot of protection and stuff that needs to take place. So don't feel alone if you've been feeling called to go into your little energetic cocoon, okay, and take some alone time. Even if you identify that it is coming from some type of wound, nurture that. Maybe that's your soul and your intuition telling you, hey, we need to retreat right now. And then we can show back up when it's time. Like I did in my case. I was off camera for 2 or 3 weeks. Because I just didn't want anyone to see me. Not that I felt ugly, not that there was something wrong with me or something like that. I just wanted my privacy for my healing. And I moved through it, and here we are. Instead of forcing myself, it's like finding that happy balance between, you don't want to force yourself too much, but you also want to be empowered and just do the thing anyway. You gotta find balance. So I had my alone time, I did my inner work, and then eventually, I got tired of it, got tired of the resistance, and I pushed through. That's basically the essence of inner work. And doing that over and over and over and over. And doing the hard and difficult things until they're easy. Okay? If you would like to book a reading with me, you can either message me here on Instagram, or you can go to sirensnectar.com/booking for my booking information. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you. Bye.